Hello and welcome. This is Christina Hills, and you are here for how to turn what you already know into an outstanding online course. And again, my name is Christina Hills. Well, in a time long, long ago, I used to work for George Lucas, and I worked on the film Star Wars at the company called Industrial Light and Magic. And if this is the first time you're hearing me, welcome to my world. I worked on Star Wars, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and Jurassic Park. That my corporate background, although it really wasn't very corporate, was visual effects. I was a visual effects artist, and this is my IMDb page, and you can see some of the other films that I worked on as well. Twister, Judge Dredd. Anyway, it was a really fun career, but I wanted to be an online entrepreneur, and that is what I am known as, an internationally known online business trainer. I have taught over 3,900 people around the world to build their websites in WordPress, and I have sold over $7 million with my online courses from my home office in California. So I've been teaching online for over 17 years, and I can teach you how to create an online class too. So turn off all your distractions, turn off all your social media, cell phones, emails. You're here for this training, and it would be terrible if a silly text came in that you really didn't need. So just turn all that off. It'll be there when you get back to it later. And be sure to write down your questions and save them for the end of the webinar, where I'll be taking your questions live and reviewing anything that I covered. And also we're going to be doing some laser coaching. So let's start with the benefits of creating an online course. So first, there's the benefits to you of having an online course. You can reach a wider audience. So with an online course, people who maybe couldn't afford your private sessions, they can afford to be in a course with you. There's flexibility. Your course can be a standalone or can complement other teaching and training. You have a competitive advantage because if you have an online course, it's an excellent way to position yourself as an expert. And also the time leverage. You're not trading dollars for hours by leveraging your time in group teaching. And increased income. You can make more money teaching what you know. So those are the benefits for you. Let's talk about the benefits for your clients. Convenience. It enables students to participate when normally maybe they couldn't because of costs. And also travel. With an online course, you don't have to travel. Affordability. It's an affordable alternative to coaching or one-on-one learning. Networking. Participants can meet people in the same field and widen their interest, or the same whatever it is you're teaching in the same market, so they can network together. And the e-learning market size has surpassed $250 billion in 2020 and is anticipated to grow over 21% between 2021 and 2027. And with online learning, people just like to learn at their own pace. So the results I'm quoting from one of the Corporate Digital Learning article. The result of our survey confirms that individual learning pace is what motivates learners most by 95%. So let me tell you a little bit more about my story, my journey, how I got to be where I am. So let's just go back in time. In 2001, I left the corporate world to become a stay-at-home mom, and that is my daughter Maggie. I wanted to focus on my family, so I became an online entrepreneur, working from my home office. And I started out as a consultant doing one-on-one client work over the phone. And this is a screenshot of my very first business, my first website, and that was called Shopping Cart Queen. And there might be some people who remember me from those days. But the thing is that one-on-one client work does not scale, and I'm just trading dollars for hours. But during that process, I discovered my passion and gift is teaching technology and making it fun. So let me tell you how I created the Website Creation Workshop, which is my most popular online course. It is my flagship program, and I know there's many people listening to me now who went through or are going through the Website Creation Workshop, and maybe you don't know this story. So it all happened back in 2008. I got invited to speak at a marketing conference. And at the marketing conference, I presented my first version of the Website Creation Workshop. I created a presentation for the conference and an outline for the paid course. I didn't have the final name for it, just a working title. I sold it at the live event and got a bunch of new students. So here's the important key. I sold the course before I even had it created. Right? I just had an outline and I had a presentation for my conference. So when I got back to my home, I sent out a few emails to an order form, and I'll show an example of an order form. I had no website, I had no sales page, and I'll explain that. I had no online classroom area. When I first started the Website Creation Workshop, I didn't have a strategy for selling. I was focused on creating the program. Once I knew it was a winner, I later started getting strategic about selling it. I didn't worry about all the tech details. All right, so let me pause to explain some terms because I rattled through a bunch of terms and you might not know all those terms. All right, this is an example of an online sales page. So an online sales page is a web page that typically has no menu at the top. It doesn't have sidebars. It doesn't have social media links. It's purely focused on the program or the offer. So at the bottom, this is a long sales page. At the bottom, there is a buy button at the very bottom of the sales page, and that's where you would click to get to the order form. Right? So you click from this page, you click on the little button, and you get to a secure online order form. And this is where the person would enter their credit card information. And then once they enter their credit card information to purchase the course, they get taken into a password protected online classroom. And so this online classroom, you pick your username and password. Everybody has their own username and password, and then they're in the course. So that was just some terminology. Let me go back to my story. So when I ran my first version of the Website Creation Workshop, as I mentioned, I didn't have an online classroom area yet created yet for my pilot run, and I'm going to explain that term. But this is what I had. I had an ugly project management system as my online classroom area. So I signed people up, I got a bunch of students, And then I quickly put this together in a project management system called Basecamp. So this was during my pilot run. So what is a pilot run? Right? So let me explain that. Television producers create pilots before running a full production. Like, for example, they ran a pilot for The Sopranos before it became a hit series. And let me tell you the story behind Happy Days. Have you heard of Happy Days? You want to just type that in the chat. Do you remember that TV show, Happy Days? If you don't, it's not a big deal. I'll tell the story. So, this is how Happy Days got created. It started out as a 10-minute episode of Love American Style in 1972. So Love American Style was kind of like a variety. It was sort of a lot of different little mini stories, little mini vignettes. And the episode was called Love and the Television Set. And George Lucas saw it and loved the concept. And so he created the movie American Graffiti, inspired by Love American Style. So then what happened is ABC renewed the interest in the idea and created Happy Days. So they saw the success of American Graffiti, and then they created the TV series Happy Days. And, some of the characters, Ron Howard, who was in the movie, was in Happy Days. So my point is that 10-minute episode in Love American Style was their pilot for Happy Days. Like, they tried it out. Hey, this is a hit. Let's make a TV series out of it. So back to my first pilot run. So the first time I taught it was in the spring of 2008. That's when I went to the conference, came home, and I got 23 people paying $697. So I made $16,000. I had no sales page, I had no videos, I had no PDF handouts, I had no online classroom area, I had no tech. I was not using any fancy launch strategies. I just used my small email list I built from networking, and I delivered it as webinars. So I delivered it as live webinars. I didn't have any of these other assets. So here's a question. You just type it in the chat. Do you have a small list of leads from networking? Like, you don't need a big email list. If you've got a small list of leads from networking or past contacts, or, you must have something small from some corporate friends, even if it's only 30 people. Some people have more, some people have less. That's where you start. You start with, and your clients, right? You've got a list of clients. Maybe you've got 10 or 20 clients. Everybody starts small, so don't forget that. Everybody starts small, and then they grow bigger, or cards you might have collected at conferences. All right, let me get back to my story. So I then launched it again the following fall. So I had my pilot run, and I improved my classroom area. So I improved my members area classroom. Sometimes I use that term interchangeably, and this time it was a WordPress site. It wasn't a project management system. So here's the stats from that second launch. So in the fall of 2008, I raised the price. I got 37 people at $9.97, and I made $36,889. And for this second launch, I was still focused on creating a stellar program. I wasn't focusing on the marketing. I was focusing on how can I make the best course ever. How can I make the website creation workshop the best course ever. Okay, so what happened next? The economic crash of 2008, 2009. The Dow was crashing 54% from October of 2008 to March of 2009, sort of a slow slide down. And in late 2008, when all of the bad news of the economy was coming out and the stock market was melting down, we started planning for our next launch, the spring of 2009, using more marketing techniques. So the third launch of the website creation workshop, and I'll explain the term launch in a minute. I had 123 people at $9.97, so I made $122,631, and this was an email-only launch. So this was a huge success during the worst months of the Great Recession, and I had no pre-launch videos or free PDFs. So let me explain some more terminology. So what is a launch versus a pre-launch? Right? So when you're promoting something online, you've got the launch period and you have the pre-launch period. So the launch is when someone can buy your online course. When you have it up for sale, it's launched, they can purchase. The pre-launch is the time leading up to that. That's the time before they can buy. So for today, you got some emails. That was during my pre-launch period, leading up to the time before you could buy my course. So let me just explain what is a pre-launch video and a pre-launch PDF. So here's a screenshot from my website creation workshop. I've got a pre-launch video and PDF. So this is something that I send out, promote, and mail for before the course launches. And there's a video here, and then there's a PDF checklist here. But I want to let you know you do not need pre-launch videos or PDFs when you get started with your own online course. So what happens is people get intimidated because they see what the experts are doing and how they have all these different things. But when you're getting started with your own online course, you don't need to have all of that. So since I first launched the website creation workshop in 2008, and I'm still doing it and I'm still teaching it, I've held 2 to 4 workshops per year. So sometimes I launch it twice a year, sometimes I launch it 3 times a year. I've been known to launch it 4 times a year. It all depends. And I ran the program live, and I still do, because I like the personal interaction and because WordPress keeps changing and growing, and so I keep updating my course. So again, since 2008, I've had over 3,900 students worldwide, and I've made over $7 million in sales. So what I want to do now is show you the 5 stages you go through to create your own online course. So I'm going to walk you through these stages. Stage number 1 is your big idea. This is where you choose your topic, right? So what do you already know? What are your competitors offering? What does your audience want to learn? So you'll want to research Facebook groups, internet forums. Amazon reviews are a good place to research some topics. But it's good to focus on what do you already know. So here's some topic examples. Fixing back and posture problems for women. Easy steps to self-hypnosis. 12 weeks for lasting weight loss. Gluten-free bread making at home. How to create an inheritance plan for you and your family. and anti-bullying techniques for teachers and students. So what you want to do, again, is leverage what you already know. So look online for what do your people want? What are they looking for? What are they asking about? What are they complaining about? You know, for example, the gluten-free bread making, she would go and look and see people who are gluten-free. What do they need? What are they talking about? What are they complaining about? And add what you already know that they need to learn. And then give them the steps they need to take to learn it. And present what they want, and your product will sell itself. So you're going to want to name and price your course. So what you'll do is you'll create a working title for your course. So just give it some kind of title so you can talk about it. I mean, the book industry does it. They have a working title. The film industry does it. They have a working title. So don't get too hung up on what the title is, because it's probably it may or may not change. It might stay the same, but it may or may not change. Then you want to pick a target price based on your market research. It doesn't have to be your final price. So are you coming up with a course that's $37? Or are you coming up with a course that's $997? Or maybe your course is $3,000. So just you pick a target price. Again, that's something you can change too. Then you want to outline your course, right? So you've got a title, and you've got an idea of the price. Now you want to write your course big outcomes, right? The specific learning outcomes. What are they? What's the outcome for taking your course, right? Are they going to learn how to train their dog themselves without hiring a dog trainer? Are they going to be able to make gluten-free bread at home and have it be delicious? Will they have an inheritance plan? Or, you know, everybody's got something different, and we will be doing some laser coaching on this webinar today. So here's a good place to start. You might want to write this down. By the time my students complete my course, they will be able to blank. Right? So by the time my students complete my course, they will be able to have their own website in WordPress that they can manage themselves. So if you have this little mantra in your head, it's going to make it easier for you to stay focused on what is the outcome. What are they going to get? What are they going to have? How are they going to be better? How is their life going to be different by the time they've gone through your course? So how to know if your idea is a good one? Well, here are some clues. Is there a conference for the concept? Is there a magazine for it? Are there books on the topic? Are there other online courses? See, the mistake people make is they think, well, there's already a lot of books and there's already other online courses, and they think, well, they can't do it. Well, if there are books, magazines, now not every topic might not have a magazine for it, but if there's other people doing and teaching and learning, then you know there's demand for your course. So here's one of my success stories, Christopher Anderson West. He is an opera singer, and his title was Learn to Sing with an Opera Singer for Those Who Think They Can't Sing. And his price was $4.95. And the problem his course solves is it helps people who are not confident with their voice learn how to sing at their own pace without anyone ever having to hear them. So he really helps coach people through to be able to sing, and he himself is an opera singer. All right, so Joanna, let's pause here. I've got more to teach, but let's pause here and we'll take 3 people, and we're going to do this more at the end. So if you don't get called on, don't worry about it. Just type your course idea in the comments, and then here I'll put this slide up. Type your course idea in the comments, and then I'll do a little bit of laser coaching, and we'll take 3 people.
Okay, sounds good. So it looks like first we have Nicole, and let me put it in the chat for you so you can see it. But her idea is to do group coaching for fellow survivors of emotional abuse and creating a related course to that. Oh, Christina, did you get muted?
I did, thank you. So she says, by the time my students complete my course, they'll be able to recognize targets of emotional abuse and emotional abusers. Let's see, I don't know if I can get out of PowerPoint to do this. So she said she wants to do group coaching. So, that's really a course taught through group coaching, taught through, collaborating with people. So I'll read that again. By the time my students complete my course, and this is Nicole?
Yes, Nicole.
My students will be able to recognize, I would focus it as recognize emotional abusers and the tactics they use before you get into any new relationship or something like that. So people who have been through emotional abuse, they don't want to go through it again, and I think that is a great course idea. Now, people will probably be you'll have to create a very private, where people are comfortable environment where folks can share. But if you're teaching it as a class, some people might be able to be a little bit invisible. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me move on. That's a good one. There's always nuances. So let me do some more, and I think people will have get some more ideas. So Marcy asks, what people need to know before they apply for a business loan. So her course is going to help teach people what they need to know before they apply for a business loan. Now, I know nothing about the business loan market, and that's a great working title, but you'll want to have you'll want, so let me read it again so everybody knows. Marcy's is what people need to know before they apply for a business loan. So what do they need to know before they apply for a business loan? And the way you can spice this up, Marcy, is by the end of the course, they will know exactly what to do or say so they get the business loan and they get the funds they need for their business, so they won't be rejected and they won't be turned away. So, Marcy, that is a good idea. So that's a great example of a working title. What people need to know before they apply for a business loan, right? Very straightforward. And then you can rework it later and make it kind of more sexier. I don't know if there's a better word for that. So Marcy, that's a good one. And I see a ton of course ideas coming in. We'll do more of this at the end. Let's do just one more. Joanna? Okay, Sean. Teaching conversational English to Thai natives. I can use my Thai language skills to help the Thai people learn to speak and understand English. So I don't know, Sean, if you are a native Thai or native English, but I don't think that really matters too much. So conversational English to Thai natives, people from Thailand. And so by the end of the course, you will feel confident in conversational English when speaking with English speaking people, and the benefits of knowing English. I like that idea. Now, Sean's topic is very specific. It's very niched. It's teaching English to people who are Thai natives, like they speak Thai, they don't speak English. So well, actually, it's a big pool. But because it's so specific, Sean will have an easy time marketing because, I'm not a Thai native, so I don't need his course. So it's often good to have very specific course ideas because then makes it easier to target folks. Okay, I'm going to move on. We did 3 people. We'll do more at the end. So coming back to my slides, so that was a lot of fun, and we'll do more at the end. So that was the stage 1 idea of your big idea. Let me move on to stage 2 in creating your course content. So stage 1 was coming up with a big idea. Stage 2 is creating your actual content. So you want to create your main content. Webinars, videos, course books, those are just some ideas. And then you have your interactive content, if you're going to have interactive content, like assignments, workbooks, and checklists. Now, assignments would be interactive if you're going to look at them, but you can create content like workbooks and checklists, and your course doesn't have to be highly interactive. That is really up to you. Now, your course content can be in any format. So when I say course content, this is what the students are going to get to consume the knowledge that you're teaching them. So it can be PDFs, it can be videos, you could have live webinars, you could do a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live, and that's really just a platform to deliver a presentation. You might have MP3 audios, resources, or tools. Some people teach their courses just in an email correspondence. I mean, that's another way to do it. So this is the content. So in this stage, you are creating the content on your computer, but have not yet put it up into the cloud. And I'll be explaining what that means. But remember, you don't have to create everything before you sell your course. So remember, I sold the website creation workshop before I had everything done, right? So I don't want you to think you have to have everything done. Okay, so stage 3 is getting your content into an online classroom in the cloud. All right, so what is an online classroom? An online classroom, some people refer to it as a members area, is a password protected website. So for example, my main website, the Website Creation Workshop, it's not password protected. That is my authority site. That's my main site. People can Google and find me. My online classroom is password protected, and it's in a private members area. So in order to get into my actual course, you have to have a username and a password. Okay, so what does in the cloud mean? When you hear that term in the cloud, and I'm sure, many people listening probably already knows what that means, but I just like to have some visuals here to make it clear. So in the cloud means it's not on your computer, right? It's in some server. It's uploaded online. So here's a picture of a Mac, right? That's on your computer. All the Microsoft Word, everything, PDFs you're working on is on your computer, and uploading to the cloud is taking your content on your laptop or phone or desktop or whatever and uploading it into the cloud, right? The computer's in the sky. You just think of it up there. It's kind of ephemeral. So your content will be uploaded from your computer to the cloud, and you don't have to use WordPress. I mean, many people know me as the WordPress expert, but you don't have to be using WordPress. There are many cloud options to choose from. So then you will want to think about when you're building your online classroom, do you want to have a community support group? So choose your delivery platform for your content, i.e., where is it going to be stored, and then you want to decide if you want to have community support. Like, you don't have to, but some people have Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups or other support forums for their course. Again, this is optional. Typically, for lower price programs, you would not have that community group for your program. All right, let's move on to stage 4. Then you want to get your course for sale, right? So you've got your idea and you made your content and you get it up in the cloud. Now you want people to be able to pay you with a credit card. So when you set up your online selling system, and I'm going to have a graphic that'll make this easier to follow. You want to create your sales page. You want to connect your sales page to your payment system, and then connect your payment system to your private online classroom and earn money. So here's the graphic. This is from the website creation workshop. This is the sales page that people would visit, and then they would pick the Buy Now button. They'd get to an order form where they enter their credit card information, and then afterwards, when they put their credit card in and they click Submit, then they'd get to the post-purchase thank you page, and in this instance, they're picking a username and password and getting to the members area. So these are sort of 3 different kind of stages. Now, when people buy from you online, they're not even thinking about this, right? I'm teaching you this because you as the business owner need to understand the process to pull everything together. All right, so you are now launching your course and getting customers. So you're going to promote to your existing clients and contacts. You might do a simple email or social media launch your first time. You can add in a preview webinar to sell your program, or some people sell it on one-on-one discovery calls. That's another way. I've had a few students do that, where they do discovery calls, explain the course, and then say, hey, you can do my private coaching or you can join me in this group course. And this is something that I know Valerie did. So her topic is health and wellness. Her title is Refresh and Renew You. Her price was $5.97, but she did an early bird pricing of $2.20, so there's nothing wrong with having the price be lower. And her market was busy women seeking peace and balance who don't take time to nurture themselves or their homes. And these were the things that she did. So she created a Facebook event. She created a free Facebook group, and she did a lot of Instagram posts to promote and market her online course. All right, so then stage 5, now you're delivering your course, improving it, launching it again, and making more money. So the sort of rinse and repeat cliche that people talk about a lot, right? So if you do it once, then you do it again and again and again and again, you've already put it all together, so you might as well teach it multiple times. And I should have counted before this webinar how many times I've taught the website creation workshop, but it's been a lot. I don't know, 30, 40 times, 30 times, something like that. So in this stage, you're delivering a course, right? You're delivering a great course. I recommend running a pilot version for the first time you're doing your course, and then you want to actively ask for feedback and pay attention and look for ways to improve, and then you can add in what is missing. And I like this graphic a little bit better. So then you're going to launch it again for more money. See, here's the kind of like symbol. You go around and around because not everybody's going to sign up the first time, right? So the first time you launch your course, somebody might be interested, but maybe the timing's not right for them. So each time you launch it, more people will sign up because the buzz will get out there. You'll make improvements based on your customer feedback and then do it again. So here's one of my students, Rebecca Masood. She made $5,000 on the first run of her online course, and since then she's made over $10,000, and her course is producing more private clients. So this is interesting. She was doing private clients. She decided to add group coaching, and it's naturally helping her pick up more private clients. So that can go in different directions. All right, so my 5-step method, I'm going to recap this here for creating an outstanding online course that sells itself, is stage 1, the idea, the title, the price, and the outline. Stage 2, create your course content. Stage 3, put it in the cloud, because if it's on your computer, people can't access it. So it has to be in a place where people can access. Stage 4, get your course for sale and launch it. And stage 5, deliver it, improve it, and launch it again. So that's rinse and repeat. So let me just show you some examples of what you could do. So a $297 course with 20 people would be $5,940. A $197 course with 100 people would be $19,700. A $997 course with 25 people would be $24,925. So my program is called the Create Your Course Workshop. And in it, here's what we're going to do. Module 1, you pick your topic and mark it for your course. So identify the problem your course solves, choose your course topic, validate your topic with my easy research techniques, nail down your title, target market, and price, and know how to position yourself in the market, and feel motivated because you are expertly teaching something you know that people want. So that is in Module 1. Then Module 2 will focus on designing your course outline. We'll design a framework for a course that people will love and want to buy. Organize your content into modules, steps, or chunks that are perfect for your audience. You'll discover my time-tested formula for outlining the scope of your course. Design a powerful step-by-step roadmap to deliver on the transformation you promise. And get yourself set up to rapidly create your course content without getting stuck on what you should do next. Then in Module 3, you'll get my proprietary system that makes you a rock star teacher even if you've never taught before. You'll create slides that make your lessons easy for your students to understand and easy for you to teach. Now let me pause. Not everybody does slides. Some people like to have slides. Some people don't. Some people just get in front of the camera and teach. One of my students teaches dog training, so she just has videos. So she has video lessons that engage and transform your audience and get the results they want. You'll design engaging activities that help your students learn and retain your information. And I'll teach you how to find high quality, low cost images and videos that are royalty free and bring your course to life. Then in Module 4, we'll focus on building your online classroom. So you'll choose an online classroom delivery method. You'll easily upload your course lessons, set up an optional Facebook or LinkedIn group, prepare to run an effective group that keeps your students engaged and supporting each other. Then in Module 5, we'll set up your online sales system. And you'll get I've got a sales page template that you'll get as a bonus in my program, and you'll watch as I deconstruct a top selling sales page. You'll choose an online payment method, PayPal, Stripe. Stripe is just a way to take credit cards, and you might already have a way to take credit cards, and that's fine too. Then in Module 6, that's when you launch your course, right? You have everything set up, or you've got your pilot set up, and you'll launch your course using my simple and easy launch methods. You'll learn how to build rapport, increase desire, and convince your target market to buy your program. I have a launch countdown planner that you're going to want to use, and my simple email launch sequence templates. And you'll discover my simple social media launch techniques, and you'll learn how to create your promotional webinar to sell your program. If you want, you don't have to use a promotional webinar, it's up to you. You'll deliver your course and nurture your happy customers or students. So that's what we do. That's what we learn in the Deliver module, how to deliver your course, how to teach on webinars, learn when and why to add schedule breaks, why to separate course training from Q&A sessions, how to handle questions from students, and get feedback and run your course again. My program does come with a password protected online classroom area where I have video lessons, course books, workbooks, resources, checklists, and downloadable webinar replays. Now, some people love workbooks. Some people don't want to do workbooks. Some people love checklists. Other people don't. So you don't have to do all of these. I try to appeal to different people's learning styles. And there's a video lesson for each module. So there's a main video lesson, and then there's other little mini video lessons in each module. My program includes, as I mentioned, course books, workbooks, checklists, and resources to help you through the program. And I'm giving lifetime access to all of the training materials in the online classroom area. Because I want you to be successful on our journey together, you will get lifetime access to all of the training materials in the online course members area. The video lessons, course books, workbooks, resources, and checklists. And you'll get 6 months of live group coaching webinars to coach you individually in a group setting on implementing your own online course. You can submit your questions ahead if you can't be there live. I can review your course idea and give you feedback. You can attend live, download, or watch the replay later. And these will be answers to your questions about your online course. We have an interactive Facebook group for interaction and community support. This is optional. If you don't like Facebook, you don't have to do it. And again, stay with me till the end because I'm going to be doing more reviewing of people's course ideas. So I want to just read a little bit more. Here's a screenshot of Rebecca's Soulful Speaker Club. She says, I just want to share my appreciation for Christina and her incredible course. It really helped me fulfill a long-time dream to have an online course and program. It's exactly what I needed to stop thinking about it, stop talking about it, and actually do it. And that's what I've done. I highly, highly recommend this course to anyone who would like an online course. Building it with Christina's support is definitely the way to go. And here is a screenshot of her members area. Another student, Carlene, she's the one who helps you come up with your final exit strategy plan. It's kind of while you're still alive, write up all the things that you want to have done before you exit this planet. Her price is $9.97. Her market is empty nesters, widows and widowers, mostly 50 plus women. And the problem her course solves is it lets family and friends know your wishes for your remains and all your stuff after you are gone. And she said, the class has exceeded my expectations. As a new nonfiction author, I was looking for a way to market my book and realized there were not enough hours in the day to respond to all the requests for help that I was getting, and I hated to turn anyone away. So when the Create Your Course workshop popped up in my email, I jumped at the chance to take my book to a new level. The class has exceeded my expectations. Christina is truly a professional. She has an amazing team of support specialists readily available. Again, Christina has exceeded my expectations in both the website creation workshop and the Create Your Course workshop. And thank you, Carlene. And once you complete the Create Your Course workshop, you'll be able to pick course topics your target customers want to buy, create a clear structure for your course, write results-focused learning objectives for your course. You'll be able to build engagement, interaction, and accountability into your course, select the best media formats for you, and define distinct types of content and resources you'll need for your course. You'll be able to set an appropriate price, choose your delivery platform, run an engaging course that leads to successful students, gather feedback, improve it, and launch it again. So as I mentioned before, here's just some examples of what you can make. Now, I can't promise any specific person will make any specific amount of money. That's up to you. But as you can see here, 5,900, 19,000, 24,000. The sky's the limit of what you can do with an online course. And having an online course lets you spend more time with family. And one of the things my family likes to do is to go to Disneyland. And having an online course lets you spend time with the people you love, or spend time more with yourself and just not worry about life so much. Less time trading dollars for hours, teaching what you know from home. And this course is right for you if you're starting a new business, or you're ready to scale your existing business, or you're tired of trading dollars for hours, or you've been wanting to create an online course and maybe you actually started one, but you just didn't know how. And like I said, you've started a course, but you need help completing it. And that was the case with Rebecca. She was talking and thinking and hemming and hawing. She joined my program, and that gave her the impetus to get it done. One of my bonuses is your target market profile. It's a digital workbook to help you hone in on who exactly is in your target market. Another bonus is how to create a free webinar to promote your course. So I highly recommend having a free webinar or a free video, could be the same, to promote your course. And then I have on-camera basics for creating live action videos. This is a digital course book. And your launch countdown planner, right? What are the things you need to do 12 weeks before you launch? 3 to 4 weeks before you launch, 1 to 2 weeks before you launch, and between cart open and cart close. And cart open and cart close, that's the period when people can purchase the course, and then cart close is when the course ends. Now, some people do evergreen, which you can also do where it's for sale all the time. So you get to decide how you want to do it. And here's my money back guarantee. I'm so confident in the Create Your Course workshop that you'll have 14 days to decide if you want to go on this journey with me or not. Just contact us by email within 14 days and we'll give you your full money back. So the place to go to if you're ready to join me is createyourcourse.com/enroll, and I'll go to that page in a minute. It's normally $14.96, but we are running a special discounted price of $12.96, or we also have 4 payments of $3.56. I just have a few more slides and then we'll get to some live Q&A. This is Amy, and she has this course called Act Like You Matter. It's an anti-bullying course. She said, I enrolled in the Create Your Course workshop because I wanted to create an online version of her in-person program. So if you have an in-person course you want to turn into an online course, I can help you. Christina helped me design my enrollment page, choose my shopping cart, choose my payment processors, and create my call to action, which is enrolling in her course. Chris said, Christina really helped me to zero in on the specifics without getting overwhelmed. I had an idea, but I had no idea how to execute it. Being able to have the step-by-step modules was really helping me to zero in on the specifics without getting overwhelmed by the big picture. Christina's been so helpful on the live webinars to give me new ideas and feedback and help me make what I want even better. I've gained insights, concepts, and advice that already was honed to refine my concept. Thank you, Christina and team, for helping me turn my vision into a reality. And here's this gal, Thea Dunmeyer. I like talking about her because she is so niche. Like, I don't even really understand what it is that she does. And her course is on ethics for the EHS professional, so it's very corporate. Thea said her "you can do it" message is a positive relief in what often seems to be a sea of negativity. I signed up for the Create Your Course training to refresh an online class that I had let languish for several years. I worked and am ready to relaunch my new and revised class. What I appreciate most is Christina's ability to give me the confidence I need to tackle new products and new technologies even when they appear difficult and daunting. So let me go through just some common questions about my course. People ask, do I have to attend all the live coaching webinars? Nope, they're recorded for you to download and listen later. Do I have to have a website in order to take this course? No, you don't need a website now. Eventually you're going to want one, but you won't need one right away if you don't have one. And do I need to know WordPress to teach this course? No, this is not a WordPress training. There's some supplemental WordPress training for people who already know it, but it is not a WordPress training course. How long are the coaching webinars? They're typically 90 minutes long. I don't currently have a way to take payments online. Can you help? Yes, you'll learn different ways to take online payments. So if you don't know how to take them now, I'm going to teach you how to get that set up. I'm not good at the tech. Is this right for me? Yes. You're going to learn about different platforms to use for your online course. Some are free and some are paid. Do you teach how to build an online classroom members area? Yes, we do that in Module 4. What platform is my members area, my classroom built in? That is built in WordPress. And what is the total cost of everything I'll need to set up an online course? It ranges from free to maybe $100 a month. So I've got different techniques for you. Some are free, some are more expensive. Everybody gets to decide what's going to work within your budget. So, what can you create? What can you create with me, Christina Hills, in the Create Your Course workshop? Scroll down to the bottom and go ahead and get enrolled. This is Christina Hills.